This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2023 Salem Platinum Model 33 TS. This is not a sales video, it's a how-to video, so I'm just going to show you some of the features and how they work. So right here you can see that you have quick drop stabilizer jacks. So you just drop them into place, then you crank them. It just saves a lot of cranking. Next to it you have a quick connect for the LP system. You can hook up a grill or griddle or whatever you have right to the LP system with that. A refrigerator, and this is the quick connect hose that goes with that. Let me see here. Right here. In this case, it's a griddle, and it has a swing out bracket on it, and you use this hose to connect it to the LP system. Okay. You have running water outside. Power awning with LED strip. This is the vent for the range hood. It has a baffle in there, so if you want to vent to the outside, if you're running the fan over the range, you can pop that baffle open with your thumb or your index finger and let it flap freely when you're venting. Otherwise you can just keep it shut when you're traveling or in storage. You have outside speakers. This is your fresh water tank fill right here. So the most common way to get water to the trailer is the city water hookup, of course. In this case, if you're camping someplace without city water, you can pre-fill this tank, and when you get to the place you're going, if boondocking or whatever, you can use the onboard pump to pump the water. All the plumbing will work as though you have city water. You'll just be pumping it from the tank. Of course, if you have city water, you don't have to worry about the tank or the pump. This is just power out. That's your furnace vent there. This is your water heater. Just set this here. So this works on both gas and electric. So you can see that right here there's a rocker switch that controls the electric heating element behind this cover. So that's how you turn that on. Your gas burner, there's a switch inside also, so I'll show you that when we get in there. That's your drain right there. It's got an anode rod attached to it, so you can drain it right there. Just remember, if you drain the hot water tank, which is fine, you know, people do it all the time, so you don't get some foul water in there after a period of time. Just make sure when you screw it back, the plug back in, and you get ready to use it, you fill the tank before you turn on the electric heating element. You always want to make sure there's water in the tank before you use it. Okay, moving down. Another, well, quick drop jacks all around, of course. Deep cycle marine battery. This is the kill switch for the battery. You can just shut it off right there if you choose to. Okay. Okay, we're not plugged in right now. This is a 50 amp cord. You have a 50 amp system. We give you the reducer to reduce it down to a 30. And then down to a 20. That's your dump hose. You have two cranks, a 3/4 inch crank, and then you have the smaller one up here. That smaller one is for your power tongue jack. In case it happens to fail for some reason, you can pull this plug out of the top and use that crank to crank it. Okay. This is your, let me get it going here. It's got to be set for the battery, which it's not right now. It says AGM, but we have flooded batteries here. The only thing you have to know about it is the solar controller, and if you want to, if you're going to put a lithium battery or an AGM or a flooded battery, you have to select it. So you can read the directions, but basically you're going to hold the button until the AGM starts flashing, then you poke it and it'll move across till you get to flooded. Then you just set it that way. This tells you the amount of DC voltage in the system, right? So it'll be like 13.5 DC volts, usually somewhere around there. It also tells you how many amps are being converted to electricity from the sunlight. So depends on the time of day and the conditions outside, but it could be you know, 5.6 amps, for example, that are being stored into the battery. So keep that in mind. If it just starts flashing and it says FUL, it's telling you that the battery is full, so it shut the panel off, so there's no more room for storage. So that's your solar controller for your solar panel. Okay. Got a lot of slide outs here. You have two different dump hookups depending on which tanks you're dumping. You have two gray tanks and a black. There's your black and your gray dump valves there. Now, let's see what we've got here. This is your city water hookup here, and then the other one is your black tank flush. So basically, like the sticker says, you're going to leave the black tank valve open. You dump the tank, leave the hose hooked up to the dump station, leave the valve open, and then hook the hose onto the black tank flush and just turn on the water. It'll spray out the inside of the tank, clean off the sensors, that sort of thing. Just make sure you leave the valve open. Of course, the other one is city water, which is the most common way to get water to the trailer. This is where your 50 amp hookup here for your 50 amp shore cord. Okay. And you have it's pre-wired for a Furrion backup camera kit. We do have them here if you're interested. It also has a hookup for a telescoping ladder made by Lippert if you're interested. Now when it comes to the roof, you want to inspect the roof every 60 to 90 days according to the manufacturer. You want to look for separation or cracking at any of the sealant. You want to look for a damage to the roofing materials or to the roofing attachments that could be caused by low branches or road debris, that sort of thing. You can't see what's happening up there unless somebody looks, so you have to look. It should be part of your maintenance. The idea is to stay ahead of any potential problem. Most people generally don't inspect the roof enough, so make sure you take care of that, please. Okay, so stuff here. This is your control panel. You have your slide out switch, your power awning switch, your lights here, your water heater. You can light it on gas right here. I remember I showed you the switch in the lower left hand corner outside for electric. Well, this is the light on gas. This is for your water pump. Remember, the water pump's used to pump water out of the fresh water tank. If you don't have city water, it's also used to winterize the trailer. And then you have your levels here. Okay. And this is a dimmer. You rub your thumb over it to turn it on and off. So your fireplace down here has a remote. Here it is right here. And basically you can change the appearance of the flame. You can set fan speed, that sort of thing. You can set the timer on it. You can do all kinds of things with it. It has buttons on it here, and then you have your remote. The next piece is your sound bar. The sound bar has only FM radio, no AM. So it has FM radio. It has a USB drive here. You can put your MP3s or whatever on a USB stick and take them with you. It has Bluetooth, so you can stream wirelessly with it. HDMI is HDMI in, so you could, if you have a portable Blu-ray player or something, you could set it right here, plug it in there, and then go straight into the system. You can also hook it up for your TV. There's a backer plate here, so if you get a bracket, you can go to the big box store and just get a general bracket, but make sure you get a strap to strap it in place so it doesn't flip around when you're driving. If you want to spend a little bit more to get a better one, you can go like on Amazon and put on RV trailer TV brackets, and they're a little bit more money, but they lock into place. They're much more sturdier. They got a much wider surface area that screws to the wall, so it's just more suited for a travel trailer. And like I said, it locks into place. But either way, you can use the cheap one too. Just make sure you strap it in place if it doesn't lock. Okay. And for the TV, you always want this on. Oh, he shut the battery off. But this should be glowing green. And this you turn it on and off with this little black button. Okay. Microwave works like any other microwave. Your range hood is right here. It's a range hood, fan, and a light. To light your oven, you're just going to go like this. Whoops. Oh, I think you might have shut the gas off too. Yeah, you did. You just turn it to the picture of the flame, then you spark it by turning it clockwise and it'll light. The oven has a pilot light all the way at the back, right? So you're going to go to the oven knob here and you put it to the picture of the flame, then you depress it. You keep it depressed while you spark it. After it lights down here, you still hold it for another 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple. Then you're going to go to whatever operating temperature you want, and it cycles as an oven does, but when you shut it off, the flame goes out, but so does the pilot light. So you have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Always travel with this closed. 12-volt DC refrigerator. Runs on 12-volt DC. Okay. This is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be glowing green. If not, get it serviced. This is your thermostat. It's you hit the mode button to cycle it through the different options: furnace, fan, and air conditioning. Fan is just the air conditioner running without the compressor. So that's what that is. This is your power converter right here. So basically, this converts AC to DC power. Let's see if I can get it to open here. So on this side, you got regular AC circuit breakers, and they're labeled down here. So that's kind of the AC distribution center. And then the AC power is converted to 12-volt DC on this side. You got 12-volt DC fuses, and they're all labeled. And also, while you're plugged into shore power, this will sense how much energy your battery on the tongue needs, and it'll send as many amps necessary to keep it charged. So when you're plugged in, your power converter charges your battery. When you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle's alternator charges the battery, and the solar panel charges it throughout the day as it can, depending on the conditions. So 3 ways to charge your battery. Okay, so sink and shower work like any sink and shower. The thing to remember about this is important, is when you're traveling, you always want to latch this with this rubber strap here, because if you don't, it'll eventually break. Something will break. They slam together when you're going down the road, so you never want to travel without this latched, or you're going to have problems eventually. So make sure you take care of that. This is a GFCI. All the plugs in the trailer are wired through a GFCI. Even if it's a regular plug, regular duplex, it's still wired through the GFCI. So if you're using something outside and it pops, you're still going to reset it inside. Okay, the toilet is a typical RV toilet. It sits over a black tank. You've got a flush pedal right here. Okay, so you can't use it dry. So when you get to the campground, hook up your power and your water. Then you're going to come in here, you're going to put a dose of chemical right in the bowl. Then you'll stand on the flush pedal and hold it down while water swirls in. Hold it down long enough for at least a gallon of water along with the chemical to go into the black tank below. You can use more than a gallon water, just don't use less. And then it's all set. If you don't do that, if you use it dry, it'll smell terrible. Excuse me, it'll smell terrible. It'll get clogged up. It'll just be a mess. So always use chemical and water. Alrighty. Okay. And this is your bunk room, of course. This goes into the up position. If you want, you can pin it. You can pin it up there. You can see that's where it latches right onto there. So you got a couch here, which also turns into a bed. You got another bunk here, so you have 3 bunks. And you can also let me see. Look around here. Okay. So you have USB chargers everywhere, and some bins to store things in. So you have TV hookup here. if you're interested. So it's got everything you need in the bunk room. This bed is a powered bed, or is it? Let me back out. I don't think it is. I don't know why I said that. No, it's just a regular bed. I'm sorry, but what threw me is this: you have storage underneath with these bins. So it's a regular bed, and you operate your slide room right here. Okay, you have TV hookups here, of course. Emergency escape window. This is pre-plumbed and wired for a washer-dryer combo or a stackable, whichever you want to use, if you care to add that. And then you have your wardrobe here. Now the thing is, never travel, again, without this latched. Anytime you see a sliding door, it always has to be latched, and any regular door has to be closed. Like so, and like so. Anyway, you get the idea. Okay, and this is a 50 amp system, so this is pre-wired for a second air conditioner. That's why they gave you a 50 amp system. In case you want to add another air conditioner, this vent comes out, the air conditioner goes right in there. It's already got wires to tap into and all that, so if you're ever interested, we can add a second air conditioner on it for you. Okay? Okay, I think that covers it. Keep in mind that behind this panel is your water pump, and that's where you draw the antifreeze into the system too. You have to remove these two screws, one on each end. Okay? Alright, so thank you for purchasing your trailer here, at National RV Detroit. Please remember to inspect the roof every 60 to 90 days. Always keep after it. Odds are you won't have to do anything for a long, long time, but you just don't know. So you're just protecting your investment. And right now this is in camping mode, so there's no antifreeze in the system. It's all fresh water. Your water heater valves are in the correct position for the summertime, so you're all set till you winterize it in the late fall. Okay? Thank you.